Morning, folks. Yeah, it's early. It's really early, but just listen. Listen, besides the sound of my truck running, but the sound of the birds in the morning chirping, sending out their praises to God for a brand new morning. Oh my gosh, I just love it. I think it's beautiful. It's amazing. Like, I don't always get the opportunity to crack open my eyes this early, but today I have to. So I'm gonna take that opportunity to just praise God for waking me up, because it's been, I don't know how to say it. It's been emotionally taxing the last couple of weeks. It's just been really busy, and it's not giving me a whole lot of time to really think or reflect. Just kind of have to get up and go, right? Good morning, guys. I don't know if any of the video I took this morning is going to actually come out in exposure, because it was really dark, right? I haven't looked at it. We'll see. But it was like 5:40 in the morning, something like that, and the sun really wasn't up yet, and I was trying to talk to you guys. So I don't know if any of that came out, but basically I had to drop off the mulch force back at Schlebach Engines this morning, or Schlebach Engines, whatever you call it, this morning. Then run and pick up the trailer, or had to unload my, okay, I had to run and unload the, oh my gosh, brain's not working. Okay, so I had to drop off the mulch force at Schlebach's, come back and unhook the utility trailer, hook up to the dump trailer, and then run that to general rental and drop it off. And then I had to go to and then I had to go back and pick up my trailer and reload for the day. So I got my equipment back there ready to go. Just had to reload for the day, get ready to go. I've been texting and chatting with the fertilizer guy about a job, and just trying to get some stuff squared away. There's a lot of things to keep track of, guys. Like I'm doing some subcontracting work now. I've got to fill out I-9 or W-9 forms and tax exempt forms and all this kind of stuff, so that when I'm charging the customer for the subcontracted work, the state's not getting double taxes on and all that. So yeah, it's a lot going on. I'm grateful to have my sister working for me on the part-time basis, just to help and take care of some of the administrative side of stuff. Like I call, she says she's my secretary. I say she's my administrative assistant, because she does way more than a secretary would. But yeah, she's great. Thank you, Kimberly. If I haven't said her name yet, her name is Kimberly. Thank you, Kimberly. You're very helpful to me. Like, I can't express to you just how much of a blessing you've been over the last few weeks, just helping me square up a bunch of the odds and ends that have been loose in the business side of things. So thank you very much. Ran into Noah Lellis this morning up at Schlebach's, and had a cool chit chat with him. That MPR, or that, it's like a Chevy cab over that he had, but it's basically an MPR that he built over the winter. I don't know if anybody watches the Spencer Lawn Care videos, but Sean had kind of highlighted his build and what they did. But dude, what they did over the winter for the amount of money he put into that thing, he's got a great truck. In fact, when I went up there, I thought it was actually Mike Nussbaum at first, until I seen his decals on the truck, because there's not many MPRs around this area. Like, maybe, I think 3 that I know of with the landscape beds on it. One is Noah's, the other is Mike Nussbaum. He has his, I think Evergreen Properties is his company. I think that's what it is. And then the other one that I know of is the #1 lawn care out of Wooster. There's only a few of those, guys are actually running those MPR landscape beds on. Dude, honestly, to eliminate the trailer, that would be awesome. Like, I could imagine how cool that would be. I mean, there's a lot of guys out there that are running like an F-250 with that easy gate system, where you just have, like, you can drive your equipment up in the bed. But I don't think you can run much more than like a 48-inch or 42-inch deck and still drive up in the bed of your truck with that. I like to run a 52-inch. I would do a 60-inch if I had a wider trailer, which we'll see what happens this year. I'm looking to upgrade to a 7x14 or a 7x16. It's probably just going to be a 7x14 now. But a 7x14 will allow me to run, I think, 3 pieces of equipment back to... No, maybe not. I could probably run 2 pieces of equipment and my walk behind, and a couple other odds and ends equipment. So, yeah. When I do finally make the decision to upgrade, I'm gonna remove basically all my equipment racks off of my caravan trailer. I know some of them are welded on, guys. Don't worry, I have cutoff wheels. I'll make it work. I'm resourceful like that. I used to be a welder, fitter, fabricator, so cutting and hacking and re-welding and all that stuff, it's kind of in my wheelhouse, so I like doing it anyway. But yeah, so I'll probably just kind of transfer over all that equipment. But anyway, all right, well, I think I'm getting a call from somebody in Apple Creek. Let's see what we got. Joshua's Lawn Care.
Hey Josh, this is Steve at Slable Engine. How you doing, sir?
Pretty good, Steve.
Good, good. I had a note that you were looking for the side discharge chute for the 30-inch Time Master.
Correct.
We do have that in stock.
All right, can I pick it up this afternoon? Well, it might have to be tomorrow morning.
Okay, yeah, that'll be fine. Shall I put your name on it?
Yes, please, thank you.
Sure, I'll do that, and I'll set it aside for you, Josh.
All right, sounds good, boss. Thanks.
Thank you. You're welcome. We'll see you.
Yep, bye.
Bye.
Josh's Lawn Care. Hey, is this Chet?
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Good. So, this Briarcrest guy, he wants some spring overseeding, right? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, he wants to do overseeding. He said he had a guy come out last year and core aerated, overseeded in the fall. Nothing really took. His biggest issue is his backyard's super shaded, right? So it doesn't like to grow.
Right. Yeah,
and
he's probably gonna, I mean, you can try again, but when it's that dense of a woods, it's gonna be a struggle.
Yeah. Yeah. I see that. Yeah, I'm trying to make the guy happy. He seems pretty, you know, this is what I want, and even if it's not really possible, like he wants to make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you can respect that, but at the same time, you also have to be like, you're not gonna grow grass and dense shit,
right?
Unless the only chance is like bring sod in and try and get it to go.
Yeah, that actually might be a potential. I mean, I think he has the funds to do it. You know, he runs a pretty big company.
Yeah.
The biggest issue on his entire property is, if you haven't been out there yet, is his front yard is sloped pretty steep. There's some areas of it I can't even walk the mower on. I have to trim it out with a trimmer.
Okay.
Would you rather
so
just have
overseed the whole thing or the woods?
Well, he wants the front to come in denser too, because it's still not picking up as good. And literally the whole property is basically shaded, you know what I mean? But the front gets more light than the back. It's on a hill. It's got water runoff, so it stays kind of wet, which is actually good for overseeding. But you know what I mean?
Yeah. So if I stop by and spot spray, like my herbicides, I'll have a pre-emerge for 31 days. Is like the minimum. So then all of a sudden it's like, what, June 15th until you can seed.
Right.
So you almost just have to pitch it as like, we're gonna seed this spring and we'll take care of the weeds later, or we wait till fall, overseed in the fall, like early, like Labor Day weekend-ish.
Right.
And, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of got to come up with a plan of which way we're going and get him on board.
Okay. Yeah, because he's also supposed to be moving some soil into the backyard to work on some drainage issues he has. So that's going to be a whole nother issue of like having to kind of reseed that area and try and get grass to take again. Which there's literally, that area he's talking about, there's literally no grass.
Yeah.
In a way, it's more moss than grass.
Okay.
So that's the biggest issue, man. I know you're probably super busy right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. I would say I wouldn't be seeding until your projects are done, and I don't know. I feel like the timings wise aren't lining up.
Right. I think I agree with you.
Like this year is a construction year, and we're gonna try and focus on growing some grass, and you know, and maybe by fall time we can hit the weeds and get them ready for next year. But or he decided.
But all right, brother. Good luck with it,
right.
And I'll keep you informed.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, brother. Yep. Bye. So yeah, it pays to co-op and you know, make friends with other people in the industry. That's he's a good guy. That's C4 Solutions out of Wooster. He does all the, you know, the fertilization and weed treatment and all that stuff. He's got his herbicide, pesticide licenses to do all that stuff, treat for grubs and everything. And he used to do full lawn care, landscape, everything, but he really merged into just doing that because that side of it has a big pool. A lot of people like to cut their own grass, but they, you know, they're afraid of doing the wrong thing and putting the wrong stuff on their lawns and burning it up or whatnot. So they'd rather pay somebody else to do that, but a lot of people will just cut their own grass. So he has a bigger market than I do, really, right? So he's found his niche, and that's what he does, and he knows his stuff. So big shout out to Chet, C4 Solutions. Thank you for working with me, brother. I appreciate it. If you actually see this video, I don't know. I'm probably gonna edit out some of the info, some of the things that were said in this video, just for everybody's purposes of keeping privacy, and so that some of the things that I said doesn't always come out. But anyway, so yeah, I'm on to my first property. Look, it's almost 9 o'clock now, 8:59. I'm right around the corner from the first property, and I've got, what's my schedule say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 to do. One of them was skipped last week. I couldn't get to it. And then I might actually have to haul away a bunch of decking material for a customer that I'm not really looking forward to this. I kind of committed to getting it out of there for her, for somebody else, and I don't know for 100% if I'm gonna end up just kind of having to load this stuff up and take it to my house, which really sucks because I don't have a place to put it, but it is what it is. I made a commitment, said that we'd get this stuff out of there because somebody else wanted it, and I don't know if that guy's actually gonna follow through, so we'll see what happens with that. You guys, I hired a guy. Don't know 100% what's going on with the situation, but supposedly he's going to be here working tomorrow. I hope so. Smart dude. He's got lots of experience. He's a good operator. I hope he works out. I really do. I'm not trying to say anything bad about him because he's going through some stuff with his family, but got a lot of work right now, and it's a lot on my plate, and I really do need that second person. I need that second person to be reliable, so I'm really hoping that he's going to be that reliable person, and if not, then I'll just move on and look for somebody else. But I pray he is. I've been praying about the situation. I've been praying for the guy. So whatever God does in the situation, I know his intention for all of this, however it happened, is that I learn from it, right? That I learn from it, that I grow and I become better in everything that I do. If it's in my business operations, if it's in the way that I interact and deal with people, if it's in the way that I deal with employees, right? So, because this is all new to me. Running a business, having employees, like, that's all new to me. Like, I've only been in business for, this will be my second full season, right? My 3rd year in business. So God willing that things are going to grow, and things do look great, right? We did more in April than I did half the summer last year. Well, not half the summer, but you get what I'm saying. Like, April was the best month I've ever had so far, and it looks like May's going to be just the same. I think May might actually top April. We'll see. If I get one more decent sized job in May, then May will top April. Right now I'm pretty close. April was good because of picking up the commercial and the big spring cleanup for the commercial. But May's looking good also. I've got a big mulch job coming up. got a couple of small mulch jobs, a couple of hedge trimming jobs that are all on the books that are looking good, to make it all go, plus my weekly lawn mows. And I'm at that point now where I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to increase, and part of increasing means taking on more work than I physically feel like I can do on my own, which forces me to bring on a second guy, right? So, God willing, all that'll work out. Pray for me, guys. I need the prayer. And having my sister on board is a huge plus for me, because I can kind of go hands off on some of the office administrative, making sure things are square. And she's calling me saying, hey, did you know that this is or that is, and we need to deal with this? I mean, it's such a huge help that I don't have to constantly worry about all the little things, and I can just go and cut the grass, you know what I mean, and deal with the customer side of it, which I like. I like the customer interactions. I like, you know, being a businessman and just providing high level quality customer service and quality workmanship, because that's what I do. I try and put my best foot forward and make it look as good as possible at the end of the day. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get on to my first property and we'll see how it goes. So guys, so I know I've been a slacker. I haven't had a chance to film anything all day. It's 5:20 right now, and I just finished my last property. I was wanting to get another one done, like a preset for tomorrow to get myself ahead, because I honestly don't know if my employee's coming back to work, whatever. I don't know. So I figured I'd give you guys a drive-by real quick of the one I just cut, though. Went presidential this time, and I sidestepped the lines so they're not quite the same as they usually are. So, but anyway, it looks pretty good. I got an Angie lead and came in, so I'm gonna go hit that. But I'm in Canton right now, so I'm going all the way back to Wooster. So I'm gonna go do go bid this, meet the customer, say hello, introduce myself, and try and win the job. So that's probably a big part of this, guys, to those of you who don't recognize that. So, like, if you're trying to, you know, get work, you're not just trying to sell your work, right? You got to sell yourself. Like, it's hard to explain, but in reality, people will look for somebody else if they get a bad vibe from you. Like, if they don't like you, like, you got to sell yourself. Be kind, be friendly, smile. Seem like the type of person that somebody actually wants to conversate with. And you know, me personally, I like to bring my faith into it whenever I can, but sometimes I read the vibe, right? Because there are some people who you can just kind of tell that they're like, it would be a turnoff to them for me to tell them I'm a man of faith. And I'm not saying that that's a reason for me not to state it, but you know, you got to use discernment in those situations, right? So for me to be able to be like, hey, my name's Joshua, by the way, I'm a Christ follower, you know what I mean? That doesn't bode over well with everybody, because there are some people who really have a bad opinion of Christians, and that just is what it is, because there are a lot of people out there in this world today who say, I'm a Christian, but they're not Christ followers. Like, they don't model their life after biblical principles and theology, and they just don't act like, they don't move in love and kindness and mercy, right? That's what a Christian is supposed to do. That is our job as a Christian. It's my job as a Christ follower to mercy all of those around me. Sometimes mercy means giving hard words. Sometimes mercy means just loving people in their situation. Sometimes mercy means giving of yourself, of your time, of your finances, of whatever, right? But anyway, being a mercier is important, and I'm getting off track here in the conversation, but my point is that you know, there are a lot of people who do have kind of a bad viewpoint of Christians. Some people just, you know, are running from God too in their lives, and they don't even want to hear it. If you mention that you're a Christian, they want to beeline out the door, because they don't want to, you know, in some situations people feel conviction over that, right? And it just is what it is. But the reality of the situation is that I sometimes don't tell people that I'm a Christian until they get to know me. They get to see who I am.
Chapter 46. Bel boweth down, Nebo stoopeth. Their idols were upon the beasts and upon the cattle.
Okay.
Your
So
carriages
for the record,
were
I'm
heavy
listening to my
loaden.
King James
They are a
Bible
burden
on
to the
my
weary
phone.
beast. They stoop, they bow down together.
I don't
They
know.
could not deliver the burden,
what are we
but
on?
themselves are gone into captivity. Hearken
Isaiah
unto me, O
46.
house of Jacob, and all the remnant of the
I'm
house
gonna
of
pause that.
Israel, which are born by me from the belly.
Okay. Anyway, I don't even know if any of this is actually going to make it into a video, but so you guys are probably going to laugh at me, right? So I am cutting a lawn, and as I'm cutting the lawn, I'm talking to myself about what it means to believe what I believe, right? I think there's a reason that the Bible, or whatever, people, you know, we're told to meditate on the Lord continuously. I think St. Paul talked about it. Like, so I'm always thinking about these types of things, trying to keep my mind in tune to what God has set before me, right? So I'm ministering to myself with God's word. And in this time, I'm actually kind of just going over in my heart, what is the gospel, right? And I start thinking to myself, you know, the gospel is literally to say that I am not good. I can never be good. That I can look into my own heart and see the depth of my depravity, the depths of how easily my mind can slip to evil, how easily I can chase after lustful things, the desires of my flesh, my own wants, my own needs, and that's the opposite of what we're supposed to do, right? So anyway, so I can see the depth of my depravity. I can see just how easily I can slip into a deep realm of sin in my own heart. That alone tells me that I am not righteous, right? The gospel is that you're right, you're not righteous, but Jesus was. He was sinless, and he lived a life of a sinless life. So as I'm going over all this in my heart, I'm talking to myself about it, and just the goodness of his mercy just overwhelms me, right? And think about the goodness of his mercy for me. I'm literally like telling myself the gospel as I'm speaking to myself in my heart, and I'm crying, tears literally dripping out of my eyes as I'm cutting the grass. And you know what? I'm grateful for it, because it reminds me every day just how good he is, despite of how bad I am, and he still loves me. And still just says, listen, son, I know you are who you are. You are what you are. I love you, and I want fellowship with you. I love you, and I want you to come to me with all of your flaws, no matter how you are, and just come to me and let me love you. That is the gospel in itself. He's just saying, come to me and let me love you, right? No matter how stupid and screwed up I am. It's like you make a mistake and you stumble and you fall, and Satan will lie to you right away. Oh, you messed up. God don't want nothing to do with you. How could you do these things? How could you have stumbled? You know what God says about that type of sin or this sin in your life? Or how dare you? And the devil will lie to you straight to your heart and make you feel like all this conviction of what you've done. And not just conviction, but guilt for who you are. Guilt for the sin that's in your life. And you know what God says? He says, hey, I know what you are. I already knew you were going to make that mistake. I already knew you were going to stumble, but guess what? I have mercy for you. Just come to me. Just run to me. Don't run away from me. Run to me when you stumble, when you fall. Run to me, and I'll wash you clean. I'll make it right. Just let me love you. That's all he's ever saying. Is just come to me and let me love you. And that is the gospel in a nutshell. And just the beauty of that, man, just makes me want to weep, makes me want to cry. What makes me want to cry more than anything is that so many people don't understand that. And they'll let the devil lie to them and truly believe that God hates them, that God's mad at them. He's not mad at you. He's saying, hey, I knew you were going to do this. I still love you. Come to me. I want fellowship. I love you, and I want fellowship. That's the beauty of the gospel. But anyway, so while I'm sitting here crying, acting like an idiot, that's a funny looking Corvette. But while I'm crying here and everything, everything, and I wonder if you guys can even hear me through all the wind. So I don't always tell people that I'm a Christian right away. I let who I am and who God has made me to be just shine through, and try and be as polite and kind and courteous and forthcoming as I can about everything, and I just try and give the best service that I possibly can. And then I let people see who I am in what I do, how I behave, and how I act, right? So, I mean, and then some people, there are times when people will literally ask me about myself, and that's when I'll tell them, hey, I'm a sinner saved by grace. I am an idiot who stumbles every day and runs to the mercy of God. That's it. I just run to the mercy of God. So, anyway, guys, I love you. Anyway, guys, I'm going to head on to try and do this, try and win this bid. But that's the whole point, the premise of what I wanted to say about it is that, you know, you're not just selling your service or your business or your company, but you're selling yourself. So put your best foot forward, put on that smile, and be kind and be humble. That's the other thing. Nobody likes a haughty spirit. Nobody likes a stuck up, oh yeah, I'm the best of the best of the best. I tell people, listen, I'll do everything I can. I'll do the best that I can to make this look as good as I can within my ability. I don't ever try to claim to be the best at anything, because I'm sure there's a lot of things that I'm really bad at. I just fake it till I make it, guys. Fake it till I make it. But anyway, I don't know. Anyway, Joshua's Lawn Care.